The Kendo Club at Osaka University of Health and Sports Sciences is one of the strongest in the country. It has produced a number of winners of the National Collegiate Championships. One of the members of the club has only one arm. His name is Toshimitsu Takamiya. Takamiya's dream is to fight in the national tournament. For the first time, he's been selected for the regional qualifying event. There are no special rules in Kendo for people with handicaps, so Takamiya has relied on his own individual strategies and hard work. He adopts a stance that allows him to make swift downstrokes with his shinai. He has also perfected his own unique style of attacking. Just before he strikes, Takamiya shifts his grip on the shinai hilt. By moving his hand closer to the guard, he can swing faster and strike at his opponent's wrist. This is his signature technique. Even when he's at home, he practices in his room. He swings a wooden sword that weighs twice as much as his usual bamboo shinai. This helps to build up his arm muscles. Takamiya lost his arm in an accident when he was just 1 year old. In his first year of primary school, he was introduced to Kendo. By training twice as hard as everyone else, he rose to become prefectural champion in his 4th year of school. And in secondary school, he was one of the top 4 in the whole prefecture. I never, ever think to myself that I would be better at Kendo if I had 2 arms. I never, ever think to myself that I would be better at Kendo if I had 2 arms. In fact, I'm sure I wouldn't have been as good as I am. Because I only had 1 arm, I worked harder than everybody else. Thanks to that, I've made it this far. If I had 2 arms, I'd never have considered practicing so hard. Takamiya's Kendo instructor when he was young was Shosei Inada. He says he can never forget the way Takamiya used to get back on his feet again and again, no matter how many times he was knocked down. Inada says Takamiya wanted to make people forget that he had a handicap. If the strings of his chest protector started to get loose, I'd say to him, "Shall I tie them for you?" And he would answer, "I'm okay, I'll do it myself." I don't think I ever helped him to do that, not once. That's the kind of attitude he had as a kid. He hated to lose, and he wanted to prove he could do anything. To prepare for the upcoming tournament, Takamiya has been practicing hard. There are many nights when he can't sleep well. He's so tense. So to improve his mental strength, he embarks on a special intensive training program with his coach. If he is to achieve his dream of reaching the national meet, everything will depend on Takamiya's strength of spirit. The opening day of the regional tournament arrives. There are 230 students taking part, and only 32 of them will qualify for the national championships. Takamiya must make it past the 3rd round to be among them. His very first bout goes into overtime. Finally, Takamiya lands an ippon blow on the right side of his opponent's forehead. His second bout also goes into overtime. And this time, Takamiya wins it with his trademark attack to the wrist. Having fought overtime in 2 consecutive bouts, Takamiya's left arm is already very tired. The longer his bouts continue, the more of a disadvantage he's at. His 3rd round bout starts. These 5 minutes will decide whether or not he reaches the national championships. With the fatigue in his left arm, Takamiya comes under severe pressure. But he remains calm and smoothly evades his opponent's attacks. But he can't finish off the bout within the regulation 5 minutes. Yet again, he has to fight overtime. Takamiya's left arm is reaching its physical limit. He's forced back on the defensive and the bout drags on. But he remains confident that an opportunity will come. Be better today than you were yesterday, and then strive to become better still. Never lose your spiritual equilibrium. Cultivate a mentality that allows you to stay alert in every situation. Even as the overtime stretches on, Takamiya's concentration does not waver. Spotting a momentary opening in his opponent's defenses, Takamiya lands the ippon. The winning blow is his trademark strike to the wrist. Because all my bouts went to overtime, it was really hard. But I'm happy I made it through and qualify for the next level. It was a victory won thanks to his relentless training and unwavering spirit. This is Takamiya's old school in Kumamoto. He has just started working as a teacher. Nothing is impossible if you have belief in yourself. That is the message Takamiya wants to give his students. I think the reason that I've continued with Kendo up to now is that it's allowed me to do more than just compete with others on even terms, despite having only one arm. I believe that as long as you keep trying, anything's possible. And that's what I want to teach them. Takamiya's aim now is to inspire a new generation to share the spirit of Kendo.